What's the deal, YouTube? It's your boy, Next Gen 720, and I am back with another video. And of course, like I said, today, Sundays, we do BGST. So this is, like I said, I'm not an early bird. I'm just getting up, got my cup of coffee and whatever. And we have our own little, what do you call it, Twitter hangout or whatever, you know what I mean? And he sent me some pictures. I know. Somebody looks like someone may have snatched a PlayStation 4 Slim. It'll be September next week. You know, they don't wait to ship the week of or whatever. This thing starts to shipping out in the hand. Sony's going to have their announcement in 2 weeks. So it's like I said, it's not that far off, or to think that someone may have a new PlayStation 4 Slim in their hands. I'm gonna let the room fill a little bit more before we get. Like I said, I'm not going to be in here long. Just something I want to just talk about, and if this is true, what we're seeing, Sony has really dropped the ball. Actually, let me can I bring up the images here? Basically, let me see and share it with you guys. Hold on. Let's see if I can do this. Let's see. Let's see. Hold on one second. Let's try something here, ladies and gentlemen. See if I can share this the right way without fucking it up. Last time I tried to share something with you guys on my screen, and the shit came out ass backwards. Let's see. Hold on. Let me go to chat, share screen. Google Hang would like to share your content and your screen with Hangout. What would you like to share? Entire screen, Hangout, Skype. I guess maybe the entire screen. Let's try entire screen. Let's try this. Try entire. Let's try. Okay, let me see something here. Hold on, let me make this small right quick. Hold on 1 second, ladies and gentlemen. Hold on, I'm having some seconds. See if I can share this with you as I talk to it. Wow, hold on, I see a bunch of fucking boxes, and I don't think this is right. I see a bunch of fucking boxes. Fuck, what I do is I'll put the link down below. I'll figure out how to do shit. But anyway, get right on to, like I said, let's talk about it. So anyway, like I said, Crappin' and Mooch and Tim and them guys, they're early birds. They be up on Twitter, I guess, as soon as they get up, or whatever the case may be. I don't get up to about 12, 1 o'clock. That's just me. So, we have a weekly, we haven't done it in a while, but we're starting back to, get the topics for the show as we're doing BGST. And so then, like I said, Crap left. I guess it's been floating around on Twitter all day. And they had, what gives this photo some makes it like it's true. Sony had them take it down off N4G, because I was just looking at it in N4G and I went to click the link and it told me it's no longer there, because I wanted to see, of course N4G was going to have it. So I had to go over down to NeoGap, and they had it. I guess someone is trying to sell it. But like I said, let me go to the photos right now. If this is true, what they're showing, this is a major fucking L for Sony. I'm gonna tell you why. They're gonna look like this: the Xbox One S, and this say the PlayStation 4 Slim. It looks like a PlayStation 4. If you haven't seen it, I'll leave the link there for NeoGaf so you guys can see it. And I even use the picture here as my thumbnail. But as I was saying, this here is going to be direct competition with the Xbox One S, this PlayStation 4 Slim, or what they're going to call it. But it doesn't have no ultra, high definition, no 4K Blu-ray, and it doesn't look like no 4K streaming either. It's just the vanilla PlayStation 4. It's just the vanilla PlayStation 4 in a smaller box. Nothing about no 4K whatsoever. So I was talking about this for the last 2 weeks. And I was saying, can Sony really put out another? Well, they were making another console. They were shrinking the die or whatever. But could they put out another console that was going to do the 4K stuff, whether upscaling 4K as far as gaming, if it was being able to stream 4K media and play 4K Blu-ray players, because they have the PlayStation Neo coming out this year. You know what I mean? So if they were to release both consoles, the Slim that does the 4K stuff, and and the 4K Blu-ray and the Neo, they will be in direct competition with each other. But on the downside of that, your in your entry level console, which is the PlayStation 4 vanilla, it doesn't have any of that stuff, and your biggest competitor with the entry level of the Xbox One S can do it. So, like I said, this puts Sony at a major disadvantage. And I'm gonna be honest with you. I mean, people make fakes up and stuff all the time, but this shit here looks really legit. Like I said, they had this here on Neo. I'm sorry, yeah, I'm not NeoGaf, on N4G, and they took the link down. You know what I mean? I see around him, Durat. He's, I guess, talking to the guy, and they have the actual, I guess, conversations that they were having between. I guess he's trying to sell it, for whatever he's trying to sell it, and NeoGaf. Like I said, if you go to NeoGaf right now, whatever, you can see the link for yourself in the conversation. I guess they were texting back and forth, whatever the goddamn case may be. But it has the front of the box, and the front of the box it says PlayStation 4. And look, I want to say it's shaped the same, but it looks like it may be flatter and much. I don't know how much more smaller. But like the thing is, again, is like the PlayStation 4 was already small. You know what I mean? If they're not going to offer anything extra, I really don't see what was the need for this. Unless, like I said again, it's cheaper for Sony, of course, like it put it to, because over a while materials become cheaper and to shrink the box. Same thing with the Xbox One S, but there's nothing. I'm looking at the front of the box and the back on the bed, which makes it look very legit, because on the back of the box, it has PlayStation 4. I can't read all these letters. I'm not even going to try to blow it up. It has the PlayStation VR, but there's no mention. They got a few things, Netflix and stuff like that. Maybe it's here in small writing under the Netflix, to be under the apps. Maybe it's saying that you can stream those in 4K. But like you look on the box of the Xbox One S, it's, even though it's not big and in big letters, it does says 4K. And I'm looking on this box, and I don't see shit here about 4K, about it having a 4K Blu-ray player. Nothing. Like, if this is the case, this would be a major L for Sony. You know what I mean? I'm hoping this is not true at the end of the day. You know what I mean? I wouldn't have any need for this thing here, because, like I said, I'm going to get the PlayStation 4 Neo. But like this, like, wow. Like I said, it has a cheap little headset in it again. Like I said, it looks official. If you haven't seen it, you got a SKU bar number up top. And maybe he snatched it off a truck. Maybe he might work for FedEx. I don't know. You know what I mean? These things, these consoles and all that shit, they start shipping, a month beforehand, before the consoles actually release. In stores, whether it's Best Buy, GameStop, Walmart, they just have them in the back of the store, and they can't put them on the sell to until the embargo is to the street date. That's like it always happened. Like, people had the Xbox One and all that shit before it came out. Remember Microsoft was banning people consoles. People had the PlayStation 4 before it came out. It happens. Like, at the end of the day, these things leak. But like I said, this box here looks very, very legit. My only concern here is, again, I was asking crap, like, is this the Neo? You know what I mean? It says jet black, you know what I mean? But they don't say nothing here about 4K. Let me see if I can make this shit bigger. Hold on, man. Can I bring my magnifying glass on the front of this motherfucker? You know what I mean? Read some of this fine print. Some of you guys, this is the Europe edition here. EUPlaystation.com. I can't see if it does. World's best selling console, and they got some other. I don't know if this is France or what language this shit is in. But again, I don't see anything about 4K here whatsoever, man. I'm looking at the back of the box. You know, like I said, I don't know what language this is here. Maybe it's like this is for France or some shit. I don't know. But the shit here seems very, very legit. Very legit, you know. Look at the top of the box. I'm gonna blow the top of the box up right now. Comes with that cheap ass headset again. Like I don't know what country this is, because it does have some funny kind of some different language type writing. But I'm looking for the 400K. You know what I mean? Now they got 500 gigabytes. They got 500 GB. You know what I mean? So even if it was, I'm quite sure they would have the number 4 in English numbers. It has PlayStation 4, Sony PlayStation 4. Yeah, I don't see anything about Ultra Blu-ray. I don't see anything about that whatsoever, man. Nothing about this. Now, it's still black. It looks like, to me, it just looks like a smaller PlayStation 4, you know? You know what I mean? So, if this is true, this would put Sony at a major disadvantage. You know what I mean? Maybe we might see now the Xbox One S starting to outsell the PlayStation 4. You know what I mean? Not the Neo. I'm just talking about the vanilla PlayStation 4. Now, I wonder going forward how they're going to do those sales numbers. Are they going to consider it as a PlayStation 4 being sold? And even with the Scorpio, are they going to consider that as an Xbox One being sold? You know, I don't know how they're going to do the sales, but I don't even care about that. But damn, like this is fucked up. But like I said it again, could they really put out 2 consoles in 1 year? Even though the Neo will be a more powerful console, but the 4K and that makes it attractive for people. You know what I mean? To the casual guy, I can get a 4K Blu-ray, play this, that, and the other, and their vanilla in their standard PlayStation 4, they don't have it. But again, your biggest competitor, which is the Xbox One S, they do all of it, and you don't do it. You know what I mean? Yes, the console is slightly more powerful, but a lot of people are buying the Xbox One S for it being a 4K Blu-ray player. I was in the motherfucking store yesterday, and it was a bullshit you not. I was at the Kmart by me. They didn't have any more the 2 terabyte models. You know what I mean? When I was downstairs getting my shit and stuff in electronic, and they were looking for it. I'm like, damn. Like I said, they totally caught me off guard. I didn't think the Xbox One S was going to sell as well as it did. I had no plans in buying one. The only reason why I bought one. Yeah, the only reason why I bought one was because it, upscaled, the games to 4K. So that was I'm gonna get it by. You know what I mean? I upscaled all your games to 4K. The 4K Blu-ray player was nice. Like I said, I was hoping that, like I said, the Neo had that, and also, of course, like I said, the HDR. I'm not sure if Sony's going to support that, and like I said, HDR is fucking huge. But damn, like I'm looking at, I'm gonna go to the comment section. This is crazy. Well, I don't know, man. I don't know. Maybe they may just do this slim here and sell this shit for $250. I don't know. How much is the PlayStation 4 now? Is it $350? I don't know, man. But that's crazy for them not to have nothing added to when your biggest competitor put a 4K. I can see if Microsoft just came out with a slim, which I thought they were doing. Just came out with a slim, and that was that. But they added the 4K features, so the Xbox One S sold because of that. Believe it or not. You know what I mean? And here you have a PlayStation 4 Slim coming out model, and it doesn't have any 4K whatsoever. It doesn't say streaming. It doesn't say Ultra Blu-ray. Nothing. You know what I mean? Let me go to the comment section, man. For those of you, man have needs. Just one stop. What? For those of you, this is my question to you guys that are rocking out me right now. To those of you that have seen it, what do you think? You know what I mean? Like, do you think first of all, do you think it's official? If it is official, do you think Sony dropped the ball? You know what I mean? But not including a 4K Blu-ray player and stuff like that, and the 4K upscaler. There won't be an Xbox ever that outsells the PlayStation. What? Okay. for Omeziago, the resident police said, for your information, Clueless Battlefield of Microsoft, both PS4 and Xbox upscaled to 4K because your console wouldn't fit the screen. Please research your shit. There is no 4K upscaler in the PlayStation 4. Stop it. If your television upscales, not your goddamn console. Omeziago, first you buy, this is what you have to do, Omeziago. You have to buy a PlayStation 4 first. You buy a PlayStation 4, then you know what can fit on your fucking screen. But until you get a PlayStation 4, motherfucker, you don't know what the fuck you know what I mean. Get out of here. My man here said, I went to Walmart and both of my Walmarts don't have the PlayStation 4. What? Both of them have the same. I went to my Walmart and both of my Walmarts don't have the PlayStation 4 original. Okay. All right. This we got here. But this holiday, there are a lot of 720 games that I don't think is looking good for them. Okay. All right. I want to hear that same resolution talk next year when the Scorpio drop. Joseph, you know, let me in the pot. I need to talk about this crazy shit. I'll send you the link right quick. Where you at? I'll send you the link. I'm not gonna be in here long. I'm gonna send you the link right quick. I'm not gonna be in here long. Hold up. Where the fuck do you go? Send me a message right now on Facebook, and I'll send you the link. You can hop in right quick. I know you like Blu-rays and all that shit. My man, Ronan Lion Lady says, "Where's your $12,000 PC? Show us, you fraud. I left it at your grandmother's house. Your grandfather came through the back door with a shotgun. I thought his old ass was at dialysis. Gaming in HDR is much better than playing games in 4K. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't think it's a such thing as 1080p HDR. You know what I mean? I mean there is, with like it's as far as like, you know, movie content. You know what I mean? 1080p is, 4K is nice, but HDR is over the top. You know, that I don't think they sell 1080p HDR televisions. You know, I may be wrong, but I don't think they just sell 1080p HDR televisions. I think they're all 4K because, like I said, 4K is phasing out the 1080p sets. You know what I mean? And they're, like I said, they're dirt cheap. You can buy a high-end Vizio, the P series, not the M, the P series. You can get a 50-inch for like $800. And if you go to ratings.com, that thing goes below the blow. Well, the Samsung 8000 series, the 5000 series, even the 9000 series. Like, where that, the only downside to the Vizio P series, it didn't rank it high as being a PC monitor. But as far as gaming, top notch. HDR, top notch. 4K content, top notch. I don't need a television to be a I don't need a television, like I said, to be a monitor. That's, you know what I mean? I don't need it to be a monitor, but yeah. Hold my man here, Joseph, about to hop in right quick. He's all about the blue K. Oh, there you go. You there, bro?
What's good, bro?
What's going on, man? So, first of all, have you seen the images?
Yeah, I just looked at them before.
Yeah. Now, I have about 6 images. I don't know if these are the same ones that are on the line or whatever, but I know Sony had them remove the article from N4G. So this leads them to believe to me that this may be, you know, kind of legit. Sony had them take that down. It's no longer on N4G unless someone just put it back up there again. But I just went to click on the link to go to N4G. They told me the article didn't exist. Now, looking at the back of the box, I didn't see anything about 4K on the front of the box, the back of the box, and the top of the box. You know what I mean?
Me neither. I'm trying to zoom in on my Mac to see if I can see, and it's just blurry. You can hardly see it. All you see is what it comes with.
Oh, what? Yeah. That's on it. Let me go to my images right here. Hold on. Let me go to my images. Yeah.
I think the only way we would figure this out is if someone has like software that can actually convert it to make it more crisp. But these are like from a camera, so you probably can't even do it.
Yeah, I'm on a Mac too. I'm not that Mac savvy, but these, yeah, like I said, I have.
If you zoom in, if you click on the picture and you zoom in, you pinch in, it'll help you to see more, but it actually makes it blurrier, so it probably won't even work.
Yeah, it has like some, I don't know what language is this up top of it. On the top of the set, I see a console, controller, the
Yeah,
headset, the HDMI. I guess it's the HDMI
but
wire.
they're still giving that headset in the box. Holy,
Yeah, the power cord and
oh my
I look
god!
like this is the cable to charge your controller with. Maybe I think that's there
Oh,
too.
I think is that a first? I don't think they did that in the other PS4, did they?
Yeah, I don't think so
Oh,
either. And it looks like a
oh my god.
PlayStation 4 manual. It says Jet Black 500 gigabytes.
I'm gonna
That's
go
the
out.
top of the box.
I'm gonna go out here on a limb. I really truthfully feel that Sony is not gonna give HDR or 4K upscaling or even a 4K Blu-ray player in the PS4. They're gonna do it all on the Neo because they're greedy as fuck and they want every dollar bill from the consumer.
Yeah, let me ask you because this is my thing here. And I this like 2 weeks ago I brought this up. Um, when I guess people always finding people at FCC filings and stuff, and Sony had a patent for two chips. Some people, some of these PlayStation Vita fans was trying to say that that was a new Vita or whatever the fuck the case. Then you get some reports that Sony was working on an actual PS4 Slim. Okay,
Yeah,
and I'm saying like, God damn, that's a lot of hardware to be releasing in
it's
one year.
too
You
much in
got
one
the
year.
Slim, you got the Neo, and you got the PlayStation VR.
Yeah,
Okay. Now I expect the PlayStation 4 Neo to have all the bells and whistles. Now, as far as HDR, I read an article from Microsoft maybe about a year and a half, 2 years ago, saying they were implementing DXR, Windows 10, and DX12. I mean HDR. I'm sorry. Really
yeah.
didn't know what the fuck HDR was, so I wasn't really tripping about that. Yeah. But like I said, I don't know if Sony has been investing. I don't know what they use their API. I forgot what the name of their API is. Not open, just whatever they use for the PlayStation 4. I don't know if they actually invested in that to have that in their games. You know what I mean? Now, I expect the PlayStation 4 Neo to have a 4K Blu-ray player,
I hope.
and I hope I mean, like I said, that supports HDR for you to watch
Yeah, it
movies.
has to at least.
But I don't know about gaming. That's still like the wow factor.
I always was told that like the PS4 Neo might have the same exact engine, like the Jaguar,
Yeah, the same Jaguar Cross.
but it's gonna have more T flops. This is like 4 point something T flops.
Well, yeah, well, it has the same. According to the leak rooms, it has the same Jaguar cores. Clock a little higher. The same 8 gigabytes of RAM. Clock a little higher. The big adjustment is the GPU they're using. Polaris is going from 18 CUs to 36 CUs.
That's pretty big.
Yeah, and like I said, again, this was 4.1, 4.2 teraflops in the closed environment. They're going to be able to put out some nice looking games. You know what
Yeah,
I
I
mean?
mean, you know what this reminds me of? Like going from a PS4 to a PS4 Neo. What this upgrade reminds me of, and I say it to a lot of people on Bang Bang. I'm like, it reminds me of the days when you see the iPhone come out, and then after 6 months later, you get like a big upgrade to like the specs of the same phone, but just the S model. That's what it feels like to me with this PS4 and the Neo. Like it just feels like a more bigger upgrade. I remember when iPhone 5 came out, or iPhone 3. After the first iPhone came out, then you had iPhone 2G, then 3G, and 3G was like a big step up from the 2G to 3G in terms of like raw power. You know, we were still in 2007, going into 2008 when that happened. You know, so that's like that was big at the time. And at this time, you see the PS4 to the PS4 Neo. That's like a big jump for a PS4 to PS4 Neo. But it's a matter of fact, like who really wants to buy all that power when they're doing good on their sales now? And that's what wonders me. Like, are they still gonna are they gonna give at least HDR 10-bit and give you a Blu-ray 4K drive inside of the PS4? If they don't do that, that might really upset their sales to the Xbox.
Well, listen, I expect the Neo to have at least a 4K Blu-ray drive. It's only like a 10 chip, and they because Sony sells 4K televisions with HDR. My concern, like I said, I don't know if they invested in HDR as far as their games. Invested in that. Like I said, and I haven't heard anything from them, but Microsoft been talking about this for the last 2 years or so. At least a year and a half, at least at the minimum, at least a year and a half. They've been talking about. I didn't really know what the fuck HDR was. But again, I say that to say this though. I how should I say this? But the Xbox One S is direct competition with the PlayStation 4 Slim, PlayStation Vanilla standard. Now they're both $300 to $300, and you're the average consumer. Okay, now the Xbox One S, like I said, we don't really hear much about resolution anymore because this to put it in raw specs, just raw numbers.
Yeah.
And just say if, and I heard the Neo I'm sorry, I heard the Scorpio maybe a little more powerful, but just
I heard 8.
about what we know now, just say 6.
Yeah.
It would the Scorpio is the power of a Neo plus a vanilla PlayStation 4. You understand what I'm saying? You have 1.8 teraflops in the PlayStation 4 and 4.2 or whatever in the PlayStation 4 Neo. So it would take the Neo plus the standard PlayStation 4 to equal the power of the Scorpio. You understand what I'm saying? There's going to be a big difference when it comes to.
Oh yeah, they will be a big
the multiplats.
Yo, for all we know, when we were watching God of War on E3, that could have been Neo hardware. We don't know yet.
Oh, I know it was. I mean,
I've had a PlayStation. There's no way
since 2013, and if games look that good on my vanilla PlayStation 4, then will be no need for it. Just look at Horizon Zero Dawn, beautiful. And again, it's not to say that Sony are not going to have great looking games, but we can go back. And here's this is the thing here. Like I tell everybody, we can go back and forth about who has the better exclusive. That's all down to your opinion. But the one thing that we share the same are multiplats. You know what I mean? So when you have, just say, Battlefield, whatever the fuck is out by then, looking way better than the Battlefield that's on the Neo, like that, like you said, then it's going to, be a problem. Yeah. Because you had Albert Pinello come on the record again and say that the Scorpio was built for 4K 60 frames a second.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, that's like,
that's a big deal, man. 4K, 60 frames, native. I mean, people don't realize that half of PC users, I mean, some of them are playing in 4K 60 frames.
Less than 3%.
But less than 3%. I mean, what Microsoft is trying to do here, they're trying to say, hey, you guys want 4K 60 frames per second? Okay, we're going to give it to you in not like a really high expensive.
I say $600.
I say max 700 to 599 being the less.
Yeah, I say about $6, whatever. I don't think it's going to be less than $6.
You're not going to spend like $1,000. And if you are $1,000, my guess is if there is $1,000 Scorpio, my guess it'll have more teraflops, like 8 teraflops.
Yeah, it'll be more than 6. But and even again, just to say that though, I had, like I said, I was talking to my man Dean, the tech guy, my man Dean from Canada, that's on Xbox Beastfire. People I guess people were saying, well, my rig now can outperform the Scorpio. Not really, because again, we don't, like I said, we don't know the exact specs that are, or quote unquote, that are. We know it posts, I think, have 60 CUs. The memory bandwidth is the 12 gigabyte. I think it's clocked at over 300. But I'm just talking about far as, like I said, Zen and Vega. Like I said, those right there were made for 4K gaming. AMD's new CPU, it outperforms Intel. You know what I mean? All that shit is, like I said, made for 4K gaming. And again, with consoles, or what the Scorpio is going to have, but this console period, games are better optimized on consoles than they are PC.
True.
Because the developer knows what's in each console. It's not this, even though you may have a GTX 1225, games are not optimized for that GTX 1225, because you may have a GTX 12 with an i5, he may have an i7, you may have 8 gigs of RAM, he may have 136 gigs of RAM.
This is absolutely true. It's like the same thing when you have Battlefield. When Battlefield came out originally only on PC, and then they started coming out on the consoles, and it was selling better on the consoles. And you look at the sales, their sales went up with it when it went to consoles, because they realized people wanted to play more on the consoles than PC. Not that people aren't still playing on the PC for Battlefield, but it's going up because now they know who, where, and which is playing more. It allows them to even out the ratio for them in a way. But
I don't know. Like I said, overall, I would say this: if this is true, and Sony is, I think that, I don't know. like that to me, it's like a kind of a shitstorm. Like it's not even all the fanboy shit set aside. Your biggest competitor, again, which is Microsoft with the Xbox One S, has their base model console. They can do 4K gaming, 4K media. You know what I mean? And here it is. You don't put out a Slim that's not going to do anything. You know what I mean? So
what's the point though? If they're gonna make a Neo, and you're gonna give the PS4 and you make a slim version, and let's say they make it still, they drop it like $50 to $299, and they make the Neo like $449 or 500 bucks.
I think it's gonna be about 450 at least.
450, 500.
Yeah.
I think at the end of the day, it's like for people to say, "Oh, I can get the Neo," and they'd be like, "Oh, I buy the Neo and it's 450 and I can play 4K Blu-rays and I can do HDR upscaling," and it's like that's their new system. Meanwhile, they could have gave that to the PS4, and like, what's the point of buying the Neo if I could just say, "Oh, the hell with it, I'll just buy an Xbox One Slim, get that, it'll have the 4K upgradability, save maybe $200-300, and then when the Scorpio comes out, I'll just buy the Scorpio." You know what I mean?
Yeah. I said that's like I said, maybe the Xbox One S. We shall see. Maybe it may turn it around for Microsoft, man.
They're doing pretty good, man. I want to get one. I can't find a 2 terabyte one. I found one at Best Buy a week and a half ago, and I picked it up. I was like, I should buy this, and I put it down. I went to go get it. This shit was gone.
I haven't seen any more in the school. Only way I can say you could probably find an Xbox 2 terabyte is probably one of the mom and pop stores in the hood. You know,
True.
they probably have them.
Or the Gears of War one when that comes out. But I wonder if they're going to still continue making the 2 terabyte Xbox.
They said they wasn't. They canceled. They said they wasn't. That was it. The 500 gigabytes. Was what $300. That's going to be the most successful when it comes. I think with all the Halos, Halo 1 through 5. I believe comes with that. I
have like a 2 terabyte external Western Digital, so it don't really matter to me. It just.
Oh yeah, I mean I can dig it. Me that that's. I guess I could have waited and saved myself $100 and got the 300 gig, but I wanted to hop on this whole, I'm a faggot that loves gadgets, man.
It's all right, man. I'm in the midst of maybe getting a new 4K. I want to get my first 4K TV. I wanted to get the Samsung KS8000. They said it's in the top 10 of the best 4K
Oh yeah, it's
TVs.
cheap too.
$2,000 for like a 65-inch. If we went back, I mean, if we went back like when Plasma came out, it was for a 65
I think it's cheaper than that.
That'd have been
I'm gonna get I don't really have much room. For a 65. I can only probably get like a 55 behind me. And
I always thought you had like a 65 behind you all the time.
Nah, it's a 55. I have a 65 in my living room and a 65 in my bedroom, but I don't have a lot of space behind me, like a lot of wall. You know what I mean? And I have some other shit in the corner. I don't think I can get it. Like, if I didn't do it, it'd probably be touching the edges. You walk into the thing. I don't want it to seem too cluttered. And plus, my space is from. I don't have a lot of space here. So my space is literally for me here, turning around. There's my television. You know what I mean? So
I got like a 55-inch in my living room. That was once in my room, so I put it in my living room, and I put my home theater system back in the living room. Got some couches and all that shit. So, yeah, I mean, but the 55 looks pretty small in my living room because my living room is like 17 by 13 and like 8-foot walls.
The KS
8000.
They have a 60 for $1,500.
Yeah, then I'd rather get the 65.
They have a
$2,000.
Yeah, they have a 65 for $2,000.
Probably.
I like the 8,500 and 9,000. I don't know which one.
I saw the 9,000 in person. I asked the guy. I said, "What's the difference between the 8,000 and the 9,000?" It's like a 10% hair difference.
Not much.
It's in the design. The design is different.
Like kind of the bezel, way the TV is shaped.
It's a sleek looking television. I ain't gonna lie. That's a beautiful look. It's like a razor blade.
Yeah, I'm gonna get that. I'm gonna probably get the. Either the Samsung KS9000 or the 8500 or the Vizio P series.
Or if you want to do it even bigger, Epson. I'm a big Epson fan. They have
where the hell do you sell Epson at?
Epson projectors. You can get an Epson home theater projector. They just announced their second 4K affordable 4K high definition TV. Yo, you can make a whole wall projector.
I know, but I don't have the space.
$3,000 for their 4K projector for the Epson 5040U.
It does HDR.
HDR, 10-bit, everything.
Yeah, I don't have, bro. Like I said, I don't have the space for a projector. I used to have one at my own house in South Orange in the basement. We had a flood and it got fucked up. I had a big back wall. I had a finished space. I had a big back wall.
Yeah.
And the ceilings were kind of high, believe it or not. And I had a projector there, but that thing was only like 720p.
Yo, I'm happy. I'm happy. I think I'll be happy with just having the 65-inch 4K TV, and then maybe later down the road I'll get like a 1080p Epson projector from my home theater and my sports, and just watch it there when I want to watch a movie. Because I don't know, I'm a tech guru like yourself, but I'm like more of like the home theater type of guru. I posted all my shit on Bang Bang.
My
speakers and all that shit.
But anyway, like I said before I get done, I'm not gonna be here long. I gotta really feed these goddamn kids. They driving me crazy. But I gotta say, man, Sony, if this is legit, and if this is your system, I think it's kind of ugly. I want to start off by saying that, but again, I don't really care how a console looks as long as it works and it plays. And I think
it don't matter really.
It's a major L if they don't have any 4K nothing. It
is a big disappointment if it doesn't.
Yeah, especially
it ain't gonna be good. Their sales are not gonna be that high. If it, it's like, it's not. Remember how the saying is, it's not how you start, it's how you finish.
Yeah,
I really feel that Microsoft is gonna finish off well.
Like I said, not for nothing. On the Microsoft side of things are seeming on the up and up. Especially with the announcement of the Scorpio. What will be sick? Sony's going to have their presser in September 7th, and Microsoft heavily rumored to be having a fan fest in, I don't know, fall. If they come out and they show a game, what a game looks like running on the Scorpio, like, oh my god, they'll fucking kill it. They'll fucking kill it. You know what I mean? They ain't got to show the system to show a game. This is here, what's running on the.
Yo. Wouldn't it be sick though? You see, the only reason, hear me out though. Wouldn't it be sick? Because they have this with the NVIDIA graphics cards. They have like a 6 teraflop, an 8 teraflop. You have choices. Now, what if Microsoft came out and gave a 6 teraflop Scorpio and an 8 teraflop Scorpio? Have two different bundles. People to choose from.
They do that. That's a lot of goddamn hardware. Again, I don't think they already said. Alpino already said the Scorpio is going to be an enthusiast console for those that care about, the graphics. I don't think they will probably do 2. Release 2. It's a lot of goddamn hardware. Both, like I said, I don't see this console being under $600.
It's worth it though. To me, it's worth it.
Oh yeah. You know what I mean? And
I don't know if I buy it day one because I have other things.
I'm there day one, bro.
I would like to, if I possibly. $600 is nothing in today's economy.
If I gotta sell a kidney, man, I'm there day one. God willing, to keep.
I could buy it right now if they start taking pre-orders. I'd pay it off right now if I wanted to.
Yeah, you know what I mean. So, like I said, I gotta be there day one, man. Hopefully, God willing, man, be there day one. Scorpio, and like I said, Albert Pinello's. He's a big shit talker. We think, hey, the Neo, the Scorpio was built for 4K gaming, like I said. You know what I mean? So he just did an interview with the guys of the Tick Podcast. They get from the Tick Podcast. Shout out to them. And he was saying that everybody keeps saying, well, I got a GTX this and I'm struggling, but if you listen to what Phil said again, Phil said that the chips that they wanted to use, the technology basically wasn't going to be available to next year. They could have what Sony was doing, whatever they used in Polaris, and they still using the same Jaguar CPU, but they said, they wanted a true step up in technology, and the stuff that they wanted to use, they wanted to, like I said, a true step as far as technology, and the stuff they wanted to use wasn't going to be available until next year. You have AMD coming out with Vega, what's the other one? Zen. It was not Vega.
Wasn't it Zen?
Yeah, maybe in Vega. You know what I mean? And like I said in the day, so there are no benchmarks on those, so you don't know what. You know what I mean? End of the day, so
they're not even in the PCs yet.
No, they're not. So you can't compare again to sort of console. You can't. It's not even the same thing, man. You know what I mean?
Which is why it'd be crazy if the Xbox Scorpio has the Zen in it. Holy shit!
It's gonna, like I said, it's gonna be the Zen or Vega. It's one of the two they're using. You know, what I mean, they haven't confirmed that, but they said that the stuff that they were using, one and two, like I said, it's not going to be available to next year. And we all know there's AMD's new technology that they touting for next year that's suited and made for, like I said, 4K gaming.
Yeah, there's a lot of games I saw at E3 that I feel like weren't really ready, like Ghost Recon Wildlands, Mass Effect. They really didn't show a lot of that. Like, it's like they're probably waiting, you know, just to release those games.
Oh, those in 2017. Those, you know, what I mean, you know,
they say March 7th for Ghost Recon Wildlands.
Well, that's still down there. What? Shit, it's only August, September, October,
like what?
December,
8 months?
January, February. Still got about 6 months. There's a lot they can do to their games.
It's true. They showed pre-alpha footage.
Yeah.
At E3, it was pissing everyone off. I was like, "Yo, guys, it's pre-alpha. What do you want? What do you want from them? Maybe they didn't want to show you alpha yet or beta yet because they're not in beta. You know, simply that. You know, but I don't know. I'm interested in that game. That looks interesting.
Yeah, I want Ghost Recon, but this year I'm getting Course Gears, Mafia 3, NBA 2K17, maybe Battlefield 1. I said I was done with.
I'll probably get that.
And I think that's about it.
Did you play Titanfall 2?
I haven't played it. I haven't played it. Everyone's love it. Some people say they hate it.
They're saying it's like Call of Duty. It doesn't really feel
like Call of Duty. So I'm damn sure not gonna like that. I don't like.
It don't feel like it to me. It don't feel like Call of Duty. It still feels like Titanfall mixed with a little bit of Halo, but its own virtual world with slight things of Call of Duty. But it's pre-alpha. It's a pre-alpha footage they're showing you. They call it pre-alpha test, but everyone knows it's pre-alpha. That's not even like the final shit. Like
I said, I've heard some people love it, some people hate it, but like I said, I'm just burnt out with more or less shooters. I'm not even gonna lie. Like, I'm tired of.
We get a lot of shooters every year.
Yeah, I'm just tired of shooters, man.
That's why I'm happy with Battlefield 1. They're going back to their roots. You know, the classical warfare. You know, that's fun. I'm probably gonna get that.
This is a guy here says Caracol, man. He says I ain't got room on top of his rabbit keys for projector. He says he don't know how to use a drill.
Yeah, I read that. I was chuckling.
Hey, motherfucker, you get your kitty to live my life. Trust me.
Yo, nowadays,
every car that I own is foreign.
Yo, nowadays projectors have like key
oh man.
You just put it on a desk and you can just like rotate it and it doesn't matter. It has
hey yo, some of these comments, man, these should be gold,
funny,
man. Like, oh my god. Funny. That was hey my man, I gotta give you 2 stars up. That was funny. Jesus Christ, man. And they can leave my rabbit. When my rabbit passed away, that rabbit was like 15 fucking years old, man. I bought that bitch for my wife for Valentine's Day. Like our first Valentine's Day together. Bought her a motherfucking pet rabbit. Man, shit. I wish I got. I'm an animal lover, but god damn, that was a bitch cleaning that goddamn kid that 8 weeks.
Yeah, man. I had rabbits when I was a kid.
Yeah, motherfucker lived. No, he had that bitch for about 16 years. I put that motherfucker.
I had a rabbit. I had 2 rabbits, and my grandma.
2000. He just died this year. I bought that bitch in 2000. He just died this year.
My grandma, she was a really hardcore Italian lady from Italy, and she used to like to cook and all that shit. And I remember Easter time, we would go pet our rabbits and clean the cages and all that shit. And I come back, my rabbit's not there. And I went upstairs, and my grandma killed the rabbits, and they were dangling from the fucking ceiling. She cooked them.
Damn.
She cooked my rabbit. That rabbit must have been like 16 years old.
Damn.
We called him Buster. Yeah, Buster was dead.
So he peed in the bed for the rest of his life after that one.
I was mad. I must have been like fucking 12 years old.
but anyway, listen, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for swinging by. Just a little talk about the PlayStation 4 Slim. I will use one of the if you haven't seen it yet, I'll use the main pic for the thumbnail, and I'll put the link to the. You can only see I think on Amazon unless someone else put it up. It's only on NeoGAF, and you can see some more of the pictures in the combo. I will put that there. What do you say?
Who leaked these pictures? Who was it from?
I forget the guy's name, but the other guy, Theo, what's the guy? Durat. He's talking to the guys. So he's trying to sell it. So he probably maybe works for FedEx or.
Yeah, this is legit. This is real. You can't.
Yeah, I'm just saying it looks very real.
How the hell did he get it so early though?
Well, you know those. Even if you work, well, prime example, if you work at Best Buy or Walmart and stuff, they having their presser 2 weeks from now. You know, what I mean, probably the Slim is going to go on sale the day that they announce the presser, but they don't wait till the day then to ship them. They've been shipped them and have those things stacked in the back. They just can't put them on sale to the public until the to the street date. You know what I mean? I mean,
True.
shit. You know, like you have remember at the start of this generation, you had motherfuckers that got the Xbox One 3 weeks early and all. It was getting shipped from Amazon.
Yeah.
Like you know.
Yo, do you think the Neo's gonna actually stick to that name? You think it's gonna be called PS4 Neo, or is that still its code name?
I mean, I don't see why the fuck not. Either that or PS4 PS4K. I would say stay with the Neo.
You don't think it'll be like PS4.5 or some shit?
Nah, nah.
It might turn people off. They might say, "I just wait for."
Either PS4K or PS4 Neo.
I like the Neo. I hope Project Scorpio calls it like the Xbox Scorpio.
I do too. Or Xbox 4K, something.
Or Xbox, or maybe Xbox 720. You never know.
But listen, I gotta go, man. Thank you guys for rocking out with us, man. We out of here, man. Bang, bang.